Right then.
Hello.
You sounded like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Hello, children.
Evening all.
Hello.
Welcome to our regular Thursday night slot. Next week we may be Tuesday or Thursday, but we'll go on to that a bit later because we got friends arriving in Gloucester, aren't we, Thursday? But we can let you know later in the week with that what we decide. Anyway, back to tonight. Already we can see loads of chat in the comments, so thank you so much to everyone that's joining us. It's great to have you here. We're just having a look. Let us know if you can see and hear us on Facebook as well, because that'll be grand.
It was all smelly and rubbish on Facebook last week.
Yeah, there's a few, I don't know. Sometimes it pops up, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes when I schedule it for Facebook, there's a post there that says it's going live, but then this week nothing appears. So, and then just a red circle appears around our faces. So, so the red circles appeared. So that's cool. So anyway, you ready, Paulie Morgan?
Yeah, I'm just saying. So you have to click on the red circle.
Yeah, so just click on our faces on Facebook if that's where you prefer to watch it. So let's have a look. So Shane. Sean was the first one here tonight saying, if you have a question, please start up the question. Yes, please. We get lots of, obviously, the comments go very fast, so please do. If you've got a question for us, please ask us anything cruising related, travel related, or anything about us. We don't mind doing
anything at all. Whether it's tea towels, Angel's Delight, just sort my, where is it? Oh, it's that way. No, it's not. It's that way.
Look, Paulie's got a baddie.
If Alan Green's watching, I've spoken to my lawyer. Alan Green's my nephew, and I was working on my race car today, and I just needed to give him a bit of assistance, which culminated in me and his great uncle Vic having a crushed finger and a crushed thumb between us. But we can't say any more than that, because obviously we don't want to prejudice the upcoming court case.
I didn't have my baubles facing the right way, Paul.
Well, you won't need to worry about that, mate. Once we win that court case, we'll be able to employ somebody to turn them baubles around.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
what's your job then? I'm bauble turner.
So everyone's saying hello to everyone. So let's have a look. Have we got a first question? We can say hello to everyone as we're going through. So, gosh, so many people here. Oh, Rose has put that I'm really happy with the cabin I've been allocated on a group cruise opposite pool and near gym. Everyone that booked guaranteed cabins on our group cruise in May are starting to get their cabin numbers allocated. We booked a specific cabin. We were actually in a mini suite. So we knew where we were going. So for those that are new to cruising, normally if you want the cheapest fare on a cruise line, then you book a guarantee cabin. And that basically means you don't know where you're going to be put until nearer, obviously, sailing time. And it's a great, what's the matter?
Alan the Green's put, yeah, I'm here, you big girl.
That's what he's written. Yes. So, so it's often a great way to get a good deal. But obviously that comes about the risks. So you might get a cabin that's right at the front and you might have a rough sailing, which is a bit bouncy, or you might be under the Lido deck, or you might be next to somewhere noisy. We're noisy.
Yeah, if you're next to us, I'd definitely move.
We've done it before, and we've had good luck, apart from once when we were on Virgin Voyages, when we were allocated a obstructed, was it an obstructed cabin?
It was an obstructed cabin.
Balcony cabin
over the top of the nightclub.
Yeah, and Virgin, the nightclub goes on until 4 a.m. Yeah. So but like I say, it's a great way to get some good fares. So if you are thinking of cruising and want to save a few quid, that's a good way.
It's the only time in my 60 cruises that I've considered throwing myself overboard.
Yeah, it was. So let's see who else is here. So we mentioned Nick and Tracy and Sean. So everyone's here. Don't forget to and hit the notification button. Yes, please. We're heading towards, we're only about sort of 400 odd subscribers away from 30,000 on YouTube. So if you're watching today, if you could just check that you are definitely subscribed, because it'd be great to hit that milestone. I know they don't really mean much subscribers,
but it's
because
nice.
It's people say actually it doesn't. It's just a way of. It's just a nice.
There is
milestone to achieve, isn't it?
There is some weirdo stats out there, and one of them is apparently is at least 55% of people that watch our YouTube channel aren't subscribed to it.
Yes.
So if you're not, Pull your finger out, please. Come on.
But it's a metric that not a lot of people judge
No.
things from. By watch time is the most important one, where YouTube takes that into consideration. So Nick's also shared our website as well. So head over there. So thank you, Nick. Really appreciate that. Kevin's in the house as well. Kevin from Calgary. So that's lovely. We'll be catching up with him later in the year. If you watched our previous lives, we announced we've had quite a few exciting trips to announce. So the end of the year and obviously beginning of next year too. So do go and check those out. Right then, let's have a look at any other questions that has come in yet. Oh, Chris Moran saying Villa Maria alert for Carol.
How dare you announce him like that?
Chris Moran,
not your cousin.
No, exactly. Villa Maria alert for Carol. £8.50 with the Nectar card, 25% when you purchase 6 bottles. A great offer, but I'm always well stocked up when these offers come around.
Well, Chris Moran, not Carol's cousin, Morrison's is currently £8 for a bottle of Villa Maria and also 25% off if you buy 6. So we've just beat you by well over £3. But yeah, still a very good deal because it's £10.50, £11 a bottle, and I believe normal price. So
yeah, it's going up. It's going up. But that is my favourite wine. Barbara's here from a sunny. We're getting great weather, aren't we? In England at the moment. But sadly, it looks like it's turning wet, doesn't it, on the weekend, which is right in time for Easter holidays. So that's a shame, isn't it, with kids being off.
Just as I roll my race car out for its first adventure,
the rain will
come in.
Yes, it will. So Nick's asking a question, Nick and Tracy. On our up-and-coming celebrity cruise, we have not opted to pay up front for gratuities. Will a gratuity charge be added when we order drinks, for example, even though we have a package?
No, I think what Nick's doing there is he's trying to get in nice and early so I have a rant about gratuities, but I'm not going to take the bait. If you've got a drinks package, when you bought that drinks package, the gratuities would have been included in it. Because like on Carnival and a few others, they say, oh yeah, the drinks package, say for instance, £500, and then when you go to pay it, it's £650 because they put the gratuities on. But no, you won't pay a gratuity on a drink if you've got the drinks package. Whether or not you would have to pay a gratuity on the drink if you didn't have the drinks package, I can't tell you, because both our 3 celebrity cruises we've done, we've always had the drinks included. So yeah, we can't answer that. But maybe maybe someone else here will be able to do that.
So Barbara's asking, going on Fred Olsen, a ballet in 11 days, what's the food and entertainment like on her? Food is excellent. Entertainment, we were very lucky, I believe, because the theatre team that we had on were very good. But we've heard other people that have been on Fred Olsen cruises say that the entertainment's just okay. But we found the entertainment really good at that time. But I don't think it's a consistent. So it'll be interesting to see what you think, Barbara. But you'll have a fab time on Fred Olsen.
We speciality dining, which is very cheap.
Yes,
is very good.
Yeah, excellent. Andy and Carla here and just saying congratulations for reaching 13,000 followers on Facebook. Yes, got a bit mad, hasn't it, our Facebook page? So I put a reel out earlier. So if you're on there having a look at our live, you'll see that it's just there. I also did a little banner actually, which I was going to show. Where is it? Where's it gone? Where's the banner? There it is. Look at that. Thank you so much. We've just reached 13,000 followers on Facebook. Do you like that, Pauline?
Yeah, look at my hair. Looks very impressive.
It does look very impressive.
I look like an elderly unicorn.
So if you follow us on Facebook, or if you don't, and you are on Facebook, do check out our page.
I have to say, we were discussing last week because we'd had 1 million views on one of our videos on Facebook. That video is now up to 1,650,000, which is great. And all the nasty comments are still rolling in thick and fast. Yeah. I'd like to throw a cigarette in your face was one of my favorites that came in this week.
Yeah. But we've got rhino skin now, we? So we don't take it personally.
Yeah. It just amuses me.
Yes.
And the one that amuses me the most is when they tell me that I should mind my own business, but they're not minding their own business. So isn't that an irony?
It is irony.
So the best comment you can put is no comment if you're as stupid as that.
Anyway, Adrian's here. Barnsley Tykes. He's just put a cut of our sweatshirt, so thank you for that. Adrian, appreciate that very, very much. Heather's here. Hi, everyone. Can't believe I'm in the same time zone. It feels very strange to be so awake. Yes, because normally Heather's from Tasmania. So, yes, and we'll be meeting up with Heather when we go down under. So we're very, very excited about that.
We have seen a Tasmanian devil, and they are real, aren't they?
Anyway.
We have. We saw...
Oh, Tasmanian devil. Yes, we have when we were in Australia. I wonder what you were...
I talk so much rubbish that there's an element of switching off anyway, but when she's reading at the same time, so it was like double switch off. No, we genuinely, two of our lovely subscribers, Brad and Brad's wife.
Oh, you put me on the spot now.
Took us to like a safari park type place. Michelle.
Yes, Michelle. Gosh.
And to see, we hadn't seen a blooming kangaroo
in 24 days.
In 24 days when we were in Australia. And we had a meet up in Melbourne, and they said, right, well, we'll take you tomorrow to a little wildlife park, and they had kangaroos and they had wallabies and they had snakes and spiders and all sorts of stuff, and they also had a Tasmanian devil.
They did.
And they also had the scariest bird I've ever seen, and I can't remember what it was called.
Oh, the one with the big cara something.
But it can...
Well, you got attacked quite well by the ostriches.
Oh yeah, I got ostriches. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, we fed the kangaroos. It was lovely. So, so Brad and Michelle, but we're catching up with them in June because they're over here to go on a cruise. So we've got a date in the diary to catch up with them again.
I feel quite bad.
So that's great
because they took us on an amazing day out, and we saw all those animals. Plus, they took us to a penguin place.
Yes,
the smallest penguins in the world, and we're going to show them smelly old Gloucester.
Gloucester's good, right? So let's have a look. So Corinne's here as well, and Anna and Mike are here. So lovely to see Anna and Mike saying hi to you both. So Corinne's asking, what to pack for small ship cruise with Titan, going in 10 days so it won't be hot, assuming not dressed at all. It seems the smaller the ships, the more sort of country club it is rather than formal, isn't it? It's sort of smart casual all the time. This is what we hear from people that go on the smaller ships. Azamara was the same. It wasn't really formal nights. It was just smart casual.
I was very surprised with Azamara. Yeah. In all fairness, Azamara is not as posh as people make out, but it's probably the poshest thing we've done, I suppose, technically.
I suppose small ship-wise, from a luxury point of view.
But not formal at all.
No. So I would just smart casual, Corinne. I reckon you'll be absolutely fine. So let's have a look to see what question. Everyone's saying hello to. Morris is here. So love to see Morris. Hello, everyone. Question: what port have enjoyed the best in the rain? Well, our video that was out this week, or that's coming out this week, is a very wet one. I'll just pop those little things up here now. So if you haven't watched our last video, that was all about Quebec, which was a fantastic. If you ever get an itinerary that's going to Canada, get Quebec on it. I
would get Quebec on it.
Quebec.
Carol can't say Quebec. She says Quebec, like the QU is a K. Quebec. And our next one is, that's our thumbnail for our video coming out tomorrow, where we go to Prince Edward Island and Charlottetown. So we've had quite a lot of wet ports, haven't we? And just to say, there's a lot of people out there that pull silly faces for their thumbnails. That wasn't even for effect. That was actually our faces. That was no messing around. Genuine faces that perfectly summed up the weather.
Exactly.
Where was that one we went? And it might have been Morella, and we got off, and it rained so much that the streets were flooded, and we were hiding. There was like a wall that had like a hole in, and we were huddled in this hole. And then it started lightning, and it was lightning like I'd never seen, and we didn't know where to stay or go. It was that bad. And it was in the middle of summer, and it was in somewhere, a really warm port as well.
It was Messina. It was Messina in Sicily.
It was the funky, cold Messina.
We had a cruise on Morel Explorer that had every type of weather. We got to Dubrovnik in the morning. We walked the walls with your brother, didn't we? And it was a beautiful sunshine. In the afternoon, the boys were all sat at the bar, and I just sort of sat around the pool reading my book and stuff. And it started hailstoning, didn't it?
Mm.
It was just, it was one of those cruises where the weather just did not play ball. And that was May, wasn't it? In
good.
Europe, where you think you're pretty safe,
It was a good time of year.
But it
So
wasn't.
that's when people say to us, "Oh, I'm thinking about doing a European cruise. What should I pack?" And the answer is everything.
Yes. So let's have a look. Where were we? Gillian's here from Kincardine in Ontario. David Webb's in the house as well.
Evening, David.
Oh, Gillian saying, don't forget to like the chat and subscribe to this wonderful channel. Thank you, Gillian. Appreciate that. So, Ted K said his favourite port in the rain is Honolulu. For starters, it usually rains somewhere on the island every day. Have fond memories of drinking pina coladas and getting caught in the rain. Catherine's at Birmingham.
Nothing. That did nothing for you at all. Then what she just said.
I'm not going to sing it. You can sing it.
I didn't even know whether you clocked the reference.
Clock it. Are you going to sing it?
If you like pina coladas, getting caught in the rain. Right, no Googling. Who sang that?
So Catherine's at Birmingham Airport getting ready for her cruise. So have a fabulous, fabulous time. And Craig's here as well. So that's lovely. And Ken and Lindsay have dropped in the house. So that's lovely to see you guys.
I didn't even have a chance to apologise to Craig for my hair. It's long overdue a cut, but I've been far too busy.
We have been busy.
Yeah, I got like a cow lick tonight. I got going on. Nice cow lick.
Yeah, you have. So,
or as you like to call it, a Percy Perfect, I believe.
I do. Catherine Hawkins is going to Rome in the morning to join Majestic Princess. We're so looking forward to our next cruise, which is Sky Princess. We've got our group cruise coming up. I think is it 36 or 35 days now? Oh, yeah. And we're so looking forward to getting back on Princess Cruises because we haven't been on one for 2 years now, have we?
I think it's 35 days on Saturday, I think it's 5 weeks on Saturday, but I might be wrong.
It was 37 days, so I put a post-it about it the other day. It was definitely 37 then. So
well, it goes on a Saturday, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it'd be 35 days on Saturday, which would
be 5 weeks. Throat today.
Have you?
I do. So Nick Joyce said, want to be kept to the loop, sign up for our newsletter here. Please, yes, do that because we send out newsletters regularly on what we're up to. So Kevin B's here. Yo, PNC peeps. Lovely to see Kevin. You here. And Michael Pear. So lovely. Michael joined our Patreon today. So thank you so much for that. Cheers from Foothill Ranch, California. 81 degrees today. That's nice. So Steve's here, live in the park. Amanda's here too. So lovely to see all you guys. Let's have a look. Hi everybody. Hope your weather's been as beautiful as ours. It's been lovely, hasn't it? So I'm off to buy some more plants tomorrow because I've been out with my friend Deb, doing some garden centering and coffee and cake. And then I had lovely lunch with the girls yesterday as well, didn't I? Down the docks and a few.
Absolute life of leisure. How's your new video coming on there?
I've sort of started it. I'll be working on that on the weekend. So it's just nice to make the most of the weather, isn't it? Because it looks like it's going wet. So yes, and Claire's here. So let's see Claire. So thank you so much for joining us. Right, let's have a look. Jerry's here and Sally. Gosh, so many people. Let's see if we can. Kevin's saying Facebook is good, so thank you very much. So let's have a 30. Donna said it's 37 days to go. I thought it was less than that
as well.
Oh, I thought I put that. So it is. I know. It's all going behind the scenes.
It's interesting, isn't it? Where two people that are just in the ether, they put something and Carol takes it as gospel. I say something, she takes no notice of me whatsoever.
I always take a loads of notice of you, Annie.
No, you don't.
Let's have a look. So, right. Kevin's saying yo from Facebook as well. So thank you so much. And David's saying that of our 13,000 subscribers, another milestone reached. Well done. Thank you. Yes. Davina's here. Gosh, so many people. Yeah, Alan Green. That's who broke Paul's finger today. Not broke it. It's really sore though, isn't it? I've had to redress it twice since he's been home because it's been bleeding.
The sacrifices I make to be on a live stream.
Exactly. Ken's asking, Paul, do you think you could be watching Spurs at Ashton Gate next year?
I'm confident that I won't be. I think it's something like Ipswich will have to win all their games, and Tottenham would have to lose all theirs. Now, the Tottenham losing all theirs is quite a good possibility. No, they won the other day. Anyway, they sent Southampton back to the Championship. So it's weird because the last 3 seasons, Tottenham has relegated 3 teams. It's quite and I can't remember who the last 2 was, but yeah, so 3 on the trot. And apologies to any Southampton fans, but I think they've been relegated in the quickest time ever. But in all fairness, in their defence, they are rubbish.
Oh, Paulie. Not good for Southampton fans.
No, terrible. Tottenham scored 8 against them in 2 games. And even that's bad.
I know. Jeff and Bob are here, so thank you so much, Jeff, for your super chat. Thumbs up, everyone. Can't wait to catch up with you guys. Jeff has got this most wonderful laugh, hasn't he? This really booming.
You'll know. Anybody on the group cruise, no matter where on the ship you are.
You'll know. He's got the most amazing laugh.
You'll be able to hear 3 things. My big gob, Jeff's laugh, and hopefully my dad.
Yes. That's a good point. Paul's dad, sadly, he's had to have a bit of time in hospital, but he's on his way home now, isn't he? He's coming home tomorrow.
He's coming home. He's done his time.
Yeah. So he's doing all right, and hopefully he's had all. He'll be able to join us because that's our goal, isn't it? To make sure that he comes with us. Right. Let's have a look of. Nick and Tracy, do you have any more members meetups in the pipeline? We are looking at dates in the Piper. Obviously on our travels in August and not in August, I keep saying August, in September and October when we're off to the US, and when we're going to Australia and New Zealand. We've had people contact us about getting together, so that's great. We are looking to do some more in the UK, but we're having difficulty deciding on dates, aren't we? Because of Paul's racing and everything else that's going on. But there definitely will be at some point this year.
But we are thinking more at north, aren't we?
We are. But I'd like to do both. I'd like to do another one down south, another one up north. So so that it incorporates everyone. So Claire's found the red circle. Brilliant. Excellent. So, Sunny Richardson, hello from Scarlet Lady. Hope you're having a fabulous, fabulous time. Reese is asking, will the Right Then tea towels be ready to order for Christmas?
You never know.
So, that would be funny, wouldn't it? What's the matter?
Oh, I don't know.
What's the matter?
I just feel all bedraggled.
Tina said, I can see you on Facebook. Thought I'd catch the way to try numbers up for you. Thank you very much. Mark and Sheila's here, and Fraser. So Fraser's on Balmoral at the moment, or you might have got off today, Fraser. So it's been lovely following you along on that.
He's on so many ships, I can't keep up. He was on one, I was looking at it, and then all of a sudden he's on something else. Sean
said, do you have any more updates to the May Group cruise? Just that everything's going on in the background. Dan's been talking to Princess, and everything that we've asked, we've been really pleased to say that they're really on board with the venues that we're going to use and the times that we need them. And dining is all sorted. We've been told that there's certain personnel that are going to be on the ship while we're on, and so we're going to have people. And there's one guy that's going to meet us at the port. So it's the communications that has been really good, and Dan's been working his socks off in the background. We've been looking at lots of different stuff, which we're not going to divulge yet because obviously it's going to be all it's all going to be fun on the group cruise. So yes, so it's very, very exciting. One thing I was going to ask actually.
Well, put it in. You have to put question.
I don't have to write my own question.
You have to put question.
Obviously, we've got lots of people coming on our group cruise. I want people to be able to share the best photos and little video snippets they've got. Not, I don't want people dumping like 300 photos in a 20-minute video. But I'm having trouble thinking what the best way would do that. So if you've got any ideas, let us know in the comments where people could is there any sort of free space somewhere in the cloud or something that we could give people the link that they could put all that stuff, because I thought it'd be useful for when we put our video together too. So if you know of anything, then please let us know.
I can't see anything.
So Rob said, just back from Amadeo and Mekong, which we love, but found the pace of excursions too slow. Did you find this too? We didn't. We thought the excursions, the early mornings were the hardest thing for us, weren't they? Because or he's not particularly early risers.
I must admit, I can fully get what you're saying. It wasn't, certainly the pace wasn't a million miles an hour, but a lot of, well, the majority, it was like walking things as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it was so hot.
Yeah.
It didn't want to be much more than that. But no, I think it was very, I wouldn't disagree with what you're saying, but we found it to be okay. But yes, it was certainly at a very relaxed pace.
Yes. Susan saying, what floor are on? Just making sure I'm not next to the noisy ones. I think we're Carib deck, aren't we?
We're
Are we
not allowed,
Carib?
We're not allowed to say that, Susan.
I can't remember without looking at the paperwork.
You know what Carib deck
you
is?
look on your app, you'll be able to see it.
Oh, I can't.
Anyway, Jackie's here as well. So Jackie's made it. Love these afternoons on Thursday. Yeah, Jackie's in Canada, so she's about, I think, 5 hours ish behind, isn't it? So that's great. So Mike's having out for a walk, and while his dad has a visit there, trying to get my steps in while I have a break. Yes, good for you. It's good for you to have a break. Mark's asking, how far in advance of sale date can you check in on Cunard? Queen Anne. I can't remember. You do all the check-ins and stuff. That's your job.
I know.
Well, you can't remember.
No.
So Dan's here.
This is how I know when to check in for a cruise.
Tell him.
A woman say, "Have you checked in for that cruise yet? Get on with it. Get off TikTok."
Exactly that.
So the answer is, Mark, when she tells me.
But Dan the cruise here, Dan will know. Dan's for those that don't know, Dan's our travel agent. Yeah. He's fabulous. He's been looking after us for quite a few years now. So if you're looking for a good travel agent, then we've got all of his details in the description below. We would definitely recommend him. We don't mind sharing him because he just does such a fab
Unfortunately,
job.
He hasn't got any socks. Because Carol you said he worked his socks off.
Yeah. Oh. Richard said, can't wait for the group cruise, not long. No, I know. Yes. This has been so long in the planning, hasn't it? Gosh, how many days was it when we started our countdown?
It was over 2 years.
It was over 2 years.
And it was just like, this is so far away.
Yeah.
It's like, it's never going to happen, surely. And then all of a sudden, you said, don't call me Shirley. And then it's nearly here.
Yeah, it is.
Apparently, it's 5 weeks on Saturday. So
it is.
We're 37 days today. If you believe that.
So Mike was saying we shared some of our affiliate links on our Patreon and members today, so that it's just easy for people to find them, because we've had lots of people message us say, have you got an affiliate link for this? Because obviously, for those that don't know what an affiliate link is what a lot of bloggers and vloggers do, and they should disclose that it's affiliate link, because say, for instance, you book a Marella cruise and you go via our website, then we get a small commission. But you'll see on the post what we put out, or the post on the website, that's got ad at the top and saying this, post is sponsored by Marella Cruises. And same with like your Amazon shop, your Surfshark VPN, all those different things. So I think some will work in the US, obviously, which are universal ones, but obviously like our Amazon shop for UK. I need to test that out, actually. That's a good point, Mike, about Americans going via our Amazon shop.
So the answer to that is, Mike, she doesn't know.
Yeah, a lot will work, but obviously, but some may not. Nick is asking, has anyone had a table for two in the MJ, the Fred Olsen or Ambassador? Did we? We didn't share table, did we?
No, we didn't share. We've not done Ambassador, but that's on our list.
It is on our list.
But I think when we're doing it, I don't think there'll just be two of us. I got a feeling.
On Ambassador. No, we're hoping to go with some friends.
But I don't remember sharing a table on Fred Olsen, so I suppose the answer to that is yes. But only because I can't remember what I did 3 days ago.
Exactly. Dan's just saying 21 days in advance for checking in on Cunard. So thanks for that, Dan. Cruz and Gaze are here, so that's lovely to see you guys. Andy and Christine, greeting from Morton and Marsh.
Evening all.
Frank and Jen from New Mexico are heading home from... Hi, y'all. We're heading home from camping. Time for a show. A question, when are you looking to camp? Paul's actually going to get the motorhome ready in the morning because he's planning on going Saturday night to stay over before his first meeting this weekend. I'm staying at home and just going to enjoy the garden if it's dry. So...
or if not, the 6 bottles of Villa Maria I bought her.
Yeah, maybe do that too. Karen said, I used to only book suites, but now I'm retired. I always book guarantees, so I can do more cruises each year. You know, when I first retired and I had my little pot of my retirement money, we'd blown it all, well, most of it, on having nice cabins and doing the things that we wanted to do, like our Neptune suite and all the treats that I wanted to do. But like you know, Karen, on our next few cruises, we've got inside cabins. So because we want our money to go further, don't we?
I think it's only the Neptune suite that we went bonkers on, even though
we've had some lovely balcony cabins at Paulie,
and
half balconies and deluxe balconies.
And somebody called us a liar the other day because we said how much we paid for it, which does make me smile because they obviously know how much we paid for it better than we know. So
yeah. Colette said, how do I send a question, please? Just write it like you've just done that. Put question first.
Well, that is a question.
That is a question.
So, Colette, if you could put question before that, how do I send a question? Just like that.
Talking of offers, Andy and Christine saying, Morrison's doing 3 for 2 on Angel Delight with their more card.
Can I just say, I don't know how long ago it was, the Angel Delight debate. And we went out and bought some, and I have to say, it was very disappointing. But the most disappointing, and this is when you watch now how many views we got, when I say this, you'll just see the views dropping like the stock exchange.
Why?
Butterscotch was rubbish.
Yeah, we didn't like it, did we? We didn't like it.
See, that's, oh my God, we only got 4 people watching now.
Oh, Mike's put up a relevant point. Of the ports may still charge you tax even if you have the drinks package. Yes, that is true. It's not to do with obviously the internal cruise ship. It's to do with the port. Spain now is getting really bad for it, isn't it? Because when we were on Queen Victoria in December, we had some charges which were taxed. What are you looking for?
Oh, my glasses case. Sorry. Good night.
So that's a very good point. But not all ports do that, but some do.
I'm back. Well, that was one of the things which, and I've said,
you cleaned your glasses.
I know, but I think it's just a nervousness because I don't like being on the camera. I'm shy. When we did Carnival Celebration, we were advised by a friend of ours who used to work on Morella, who's now a cruise director on Carnival. So Louis, if you're watching, which he probably won't be because he's too busy being a cruise director, and he said definitely get the drinks package. And then we were getting charged for drinks, and so we not obviously full price. And then we went to reception. I said, mate, we're getting charged for our drink. Oh yeah, that's tax, that is. I said, what do you mean tax? I've got the drinks package. Yeah, no, it's tax. You have to pay that.
Yeah, but
nobody explained you have to pay that. But obviously, like you said, it's a funny old job.
It is.
It's a funny old job. My favourite one was when we did Virgin. The ship sailed a day late, and then they put tax on all our drinks that night when we shouldn't even have been in port. We should have been sailing. And they put a tax on all our drinks. So I went to reception. I said, what's this for, mate? Oh, that's tax on your drinks because we were in port. And I said, yeah, why were we in port? Oh, yeah, because we were a day late sailing. I said, so obviously you'll be taking those straight off, won't you? Of course I will, sir.
Yeah, that was frustrating, wasn't it?
But how many people didn't take that tax off?
Well, exactly.
They must have made thousands.
Yeah. Rachel's asking, we're off on Queen Victoria on Monday, our first time with Cunard. Do you know if you can take a bottle of wine each to drink in your room? It's 1 bottle each. So, yes you can.
Yeah. A bottle of wine or a bottle of bubbles.
Exactly. Yeah. So, yes, so take 2. So, that's good. So, Sean's just saying... just ask a question, so that's fine.
And don't forget, I'm just thinking because obviously Ken just reminded me because me and Ken we're going to be daredevils because when daredevils on our group cruise we're going to Tivoli Gardens when we're in wonderful beautiful Copenhagen. I can't remember which words it is, which is a theme park and beautiful gardens, etc. And me and Ken were going to go on the rides.
I'm not.
But don't forget, if you are going to Tivoli Gardens,
make sure you get your
ticket. If you just want a non-riding pass to get you in, just go on Tivoli Gardens website, and it's in krona, Dutch krona, but Danish krona. It's in Danish krona. and it works out about £19, I think. So it's not dear to get in. But if you want to do all the rides, it's about another 30 quid on top. So me and Ken's going to do a pay as you go. So we're only going to go on the scariest rides.
I'm happy to look after anyone's bags.
Yes.
So while I'm eating a big sausage. Oh, yes. Deborah's asked, what type of racing do you do?
I do autograss, which is it's probably one of the biggest motorsports in the country that lots of people don't know about, because there's thousands of people do it up and down the country, up as far as just into Scotland, Northern Ireland, Southern Ireland, all throughout England, and down into Wales, South Wales and North Wales.
Life of Lucy Green said, hello, my favourite travels. I've questioned you for interior of balcony. I would have a balcony cabin every time, but it's budget doesn't always allow that.
Yeah, we'd always prefer.
Yeah, I'd like to have a balcony, but we're happy with just happy to be on a ship cruising. So Colette's saying, hi from sunny Torquay, congrats for reaching 13,000 followers. Thank you very much. So Karen saying gratuities are a nightmare. Wish cruise lines would stop them altogether and just incorporate into the price so it's a little higher. We totally agree. Totally agree. Don't start him ranting.
I was ever so well behaved, but that's 3 times now people have said gratuitous. They're just doing it's like red rag to a bull, isn't it? It's like a keyword to set you off. It's like, you know, when you see these things like Jason Bourne or something, and they're like a sleeper agent, and then somebody has to say a word like banana hammock or something like that. And then all of a sudden, banana hammock, and then all of a sudden they turn into a ruthless murderer. Well, that's for me is when somebody says gratuitous.
Anyway, Colette's asking, do you prefer P&O and Morella? If they were both the same price, we would definitely go on Morella. We like Morella because it gets rid of all these issues that we're talking about, because it covers everything. Your flights, transfers, you pay one price, and you don't have to spend another penny on board. So that's why we love Morella, because it's all inclusive. We do enjoy P&O too. We really enjoy the entertainment on Morella, and we really enjoy the crew. The crew are fantastic, and we prefer that. We think it's better than P&O.
The biggest fall down of Morella is they don't sail out of the UK.
Yeah.
And they used to, and it'd be interesting to see, because obviously they are now having 2 new ships, one in 2031, one in a couple of years after that, I believe. It'd be interesting to see what they're going to do with it, because we did probably one of our favourite ever cruises on Morella, which was out of the UK when we were
Northern Lights,
seeking the Northern Lights, and it's still one of our favourite cruises. And it's like Carol said, that another drawback, which is because of what the crew are like, is when you walk from one end of the ship to the other, you get stopped about 57 times
just
by crew members
everyone.
who
It's
just
lovely.
want to say hello and ask you how your day's going.
But we'd happily cruise on both. And P&O have some excellent
they do.
offers.
They have some great deals.
Yeah, they do have some great
deals.
But
like with Morella, when you look at it on the surface of it, you think, oh, that sounds like enough money, really. But
not when you break it down.
It's flights, transfers, all your drinks, all your food, and unless you want specialty dining. So if you wanted to, when you look at that price and you didn't want to spend another penny, you can do that quite easily. Yeah, because you just have the drinks package, which is the standard one, which is still very good.
Yeah, we were happy with that.
You can do and they've got lots of food venues that are included. So it's not just your main dining room and your buffet. Yeah. They've got like Nonnas, and they've got a Mexican place. There's loads of other things that they don't charge for, which a lot of other cruise lines probably would charge.
Well, P&O have got extra venues, but most of the chargeable apart from the Keys. Yeah. The Keys is really good. If you go on the newer ships, Iona and Arvia, the Keys. So there's pros and cons to both. And we would happily cruise on both.
But if you made us choose, I'd say Morella.
Yeah. Andrew, so what's the best Royal ship you've sailed? So Andrew's asked about the Royal class ships on Princess. How I'm interpreting that question. And the Royal class is the class that we're going on. Sky Princess. We've done Enchanted. We've done.
Or is he saying what's the Royal? Or is he saying Royal Caribbean? Does he mean Royal Caribbean? Do you mean Royal? I would have said he's meaning Royal Caribbean.
I was thinking it was Princess.
Yeah.
Well, we've
done Independent.
Ask this question again, Andrew, because we don't know what. Yeah. Let's have a look. So let's have Mike's saying a scary bird, cassowary.
That's the
Yes.
chappy. Yeah. Oh my lord.
Yeah.
They got like a big bone on the top of their head, and if they headbutt you, they can kill you.
Yeah, they can.
So here's my advice: don't let a cassowary headbutt you.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly that. Helen say, evening from sunny Portishead. Paul, I have a bone to pick with you. Thank you for introducing me to Thatcher's apple and blackcurrant. Gertlush. Oh, I like that. Gertlush.
That's proper for that. Portishead. You know, there's a band named Portishead.
There is. Well, that's just down the road from us,
and
isn't
that's
it?
where they got their
That's
name
that
from.
by Avonmouth, Portishead.
Yeah, it's that sort of way, yeah.
So the apple and blackcurrant's lovely. I had a few sips and I thought I could quite happily drink that. It was delicious with a lot of ice in. Really nice. Warren's here from a sunny San Antonio. Mandy said, phew, we made it. Hello. Let's have a look. So, what was the question you asked?
That was it there. There's Pina Colada song.
This is Rupert.
Rupert Holmes.
Rupert Holmes. Oh, Paul's written that down there too. Yes. So let's see if there's anything on there.
And I'm trying to think what
cover.
it's called because it's called something and then the Pina Colada song. And I can't remember what
Has Billy Joel sang it as well?
No.
Oh.
It's Rupert Holmes.
Queen Elizabeth never sailed on QNOD before. Any advice? Just go with the flow and enjoy it. We've got so much information about QNOD on our website and lots of videos. So go and check those out. Yes. But don't be worried about too much because you'll have a fantastic time.
You will have a fabulous time.
Dave said, Tone Lock, Funky Cold Messina.
That was the song I was saying. Yes. I love it that people are getting the references. Tina saying Barry Manilow, but I don't know to which one. But I haven't done any Barry Manilow songs tonight.
No. Right, let's have a look. Lisa's here from Manitoba. Do you know I don't know where Manitoba is. I know it's in America, but I'm not sure where. That's not my geography.
Initially, I thought Manitoba was one of them big like whale type things, but that's a manatee, isn't it?
I don't know. Oh dear. Right. Annie's saying, what's the best ways to search for cruise deals? When I'm researching, I just go and I put in a Google search and see what reviews have been out there. And then I go to some sites like Vacations to Go, or sometimes I just go to Igloo just to see what's on there. I never booked through Igloo. We did once and we didn't have the best experience, but some people love them. So I just go and I go to obviously the cruise lines and I just have a look at generally what the price is going for and just seeing what what the options are. So, but there's so much information out there.
But then when you find one you like,
yeah,
you then contact Dan and say, this is the cruise I like, Dan. And then he'll try and get it to price match, but you will get 50 times better service off Dan than you will off the likes of Igloo and those type of people. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm casting aspersions.
No, I know. But there are lots of good travel agents out there, but we found Dan and we're very, very happy with him.
It's not, like you won't get the dedication and you get something go wrong and it's a mare.
Yeah.
Whereas with Dan, he's all over it. He's on it like a car bonnet.
He is on it like a car bonnet.
Which, if you're American, that'll mean nothing. That's the hood. But it doesn't rhyme with on it like a car hood, does it? So that's no good.
Keith's asking, so are you getting panicky about the group cruise yet? I'd be chewing my fingernails to the elbows when do you know, I'm more chilled than I was at the very beginning because there were so many unknowns. And now that we're talking to Dan Daly as we do, and he's had some great communication with Princess. And as I said earlier, things are all going to plan. We've got all things going on behind the scenes that are falling into place. So actually, I feel pretty chilled about it. Packing's going to be, not packing, I think, because we've got so much to take, haven't we? But it doesn't matter because we're in Southampton, so we can take, if we want to take 5 suitcases on, we can. So that's the beauty as well about doing some cruises from the UK. So Deborah is saying, first time morning, good evening for you guys, first time watching on Facebook. Well, thank you very much for joining us. So Elaine's in the house as well, so let's see Elaine.
Evening, Elaine.
And someone's just ordered Paulie Panda for Sally for the group cruise. Matt, well, thank you very much. Paulie Panda's now got a new hoodie. So go and check it out on our group cruise merches there. Nicola's been working her socks off behind the scenes at our shop and getting everything ready. She's sorting out all the orders for the US So you'll be getting those all ticked off soon. Tie Yellow Ribbon is Lisa's one of her faves.
That's one of the songs I was singing when I said my dad's going home, he's done his time. So yeah, that was just a little reference in there. I'm loving there, picking up on the references, honey.
Yeah, Bridges of fingers crossed. So John's health host is a fine old gentleman. He's lovely.
I would cross my fingers, but I can't because of Alan Green.
Kevin B said, I cannot recommend the amazing help Dan the cruiser provides enough. Yes, thank you, Kevin B. You're totally right.
He's a top man.
So Julie's asking, good 4 a.m. from Newport in Australia. Wow. Just booked airfares and cruise for UK and Ireland this August. Question, will it feel really hot?
No.
The chances of having decent weather are high.
But the key words in there are cruise for UK and Ireland. That's the key words. And anywhere where it says UK and Ireland, that means you're going to get rubbish weather, unfortunately.
Not necessarily.
I'd like to sugarcoat
the chances are it's summer, you could get some good weather, but come prepared with waterproofs and layers.
And umbrellas.
Layers.
And wellies. And...
KB in the UK says, what about a WhatsApp group for the cruise photos? Yeah, that could be an option. It's just inviting everyone onto it, well, though, isn't it? But I guess if you've got some stuff and you wanted to be... Yeah, so write that down, Paulie. I don't know how logically easy that would be to do.
And then I'm going to also make an announcement. Tell Carol to check all the points covered in notes.
Yes, I've done that.
That doesn't mean any to you lot, but that's my one job for the evening. So I'm going to get off now and watch the football.
Yes. So thank you for prompting.
No, you're welcome.
Julie said, we're so love to join you on a group cruise, hopefully another time. There will be plenty of opportunities. As we've said before, we've got this one in May. We've got our river cruise in December, which is the Christmas markets. So that there's still cabins available for that if you want to join us. We've got one cabin left for my big birthday yacht cruise. And we've got our members patron-only cruise on Cunard Queen Victoria, haven't we? But we will be, if this goes well... So for 2027,
yes, we're going to do a group cruise every month of the year.
No, we're not. We're thinking of doing one in 2027, but obviously it depends on how this goes. And if it works well with Princess, we may well decide to do another one with them. Or if it doesn't go well, then we'll look elsewhere.
Yeah.
So let's see. So David's saying, as of April next year, Ambassador will have some cruises departing from Portsmouth. Would this make you more inclined to book with them? We want to book with Ambassador because they go to Bristol. And we've been looking at, there's 2 itineraries that we've spotted that we're teetering on and getting very close to booking, aren't we?
Teetering.
Doesn't
that mean you're wobbling on
Bristol
the edge of something?
Yeah, you're just like, we haven't got them yet, but we're teetering. So we're getting closer.
I'm questioning that reference.
But anyway, so Bristol's far more convenient to us than Portsmouth. But Portsmouth is fine. Portsmouth for us is about the same distance as Southampton is. So, and we cruise from Portsmouth, and it's a great city to cruise from. So,
but Bristol
is like 35 minutes away. So,
or hour and a half if Carol's driving.
Yeah. AE saying, I haven't received the chocolate you sent from Dubai. The mailman must have eaten it. I saw chocolate on his lips.
I'll tell you
he would never share his chocolate.
Well, that's not true. I would blame the mailman. Is it one of them ones where, I'm assuming that you're American, but you said the mailman. If you got one of them things where it's like a post at the end of your drive and you open it up and put the stuff in and then you put a little flag up to say there's something in there. Because the trouble is, there's no security on them, is there? You need like a you have to put the numbers in, like a key
lock, a keypad
on it.
Sean saying, question for Dan: when do we get luggage labels for Make Cruise? They're there, aren't they? You printed them off the other day.
If you go onto your
you got to go on the website, not on your app.
The website, but Dan has said in the WhatsApp on the Discord that they will send them out if you want to wait, or you can print them off yourself. But it's your choice.
Yeah, Dan saying, looking to book, just go to our bookings page there. That's right. Nick saying 359 days until the patron cruise. Yes. Sheila's just saying, I'm always on a diet, so I miss most. Is a lovely glass of cider. Do Thatchers do a pear cider?
I don't believe they do, but I tell you, the man is in the chat who will know that, and he's the biggest Thatcher's aficionado I know, and that's Mr. Ken Stone of Ken Goes Cruising.
Yes.
If they do, he will know about it.
Yeah.
But I mean, they
exactly.
have just literally introduced 2 brand new ones that I'd never seen before, but none of which are pear. And technically, if it's pear, it's not cider, it's perry, I believe.
Yeah.
But who knows? Because obviously now they're putting black currants in it and lime and berries and all sorts of stuff, and they're still calling it cider. So I don't know. I don't even know where to draw the line anymore.
Anyway, so Vicky said the reason Fred Olsen Entertainment differs is they've got 2 different production companies on 2 of their ships than the other 2. Pop-up productions on Ballet are the best. Well, there you are. Thank you for explaining that. So Nick's saying that pretty sure that should do a pear soda coda and Seville orange one too.
They do an orange one, and it's not one that I like, and my dad tried it and he doesn't like it either. It's not a particular favourite of mine.
You're not into citrusy stuff though, are you?
No, it's just, it just didn't.
Morris is just saying we had a 10 for 2 on Fred Olsen. They gave the same table every night as there's no freedom dining. Thank you for that. Keith said I was really pleased to get allocated an half-facing balcony for the group cruise, hoping for lovely weather as we sail out of Oslo Fjord. Yes, ooh, lovely. Craig saying, don't worry about the hair. Looks great, very fluffy, like a polar bear. I've been seeing polar bears because our friends and our patrons, Mark and Annette, are currently on an Arctic cruise on Ponant, and he's been sending me little snippets on WhatsApp of what they've been seeing, and they're breaking through the ice in the Arctic and spotting polar bears and meeting local sort of, I'm not called the tribes, but local
polar bears.
Yes, it's been amazing to watch.
You just agreed with me.
I know, but
yeah,
it's so big. But yeah, so that's my polar bear knowledge of the day.
And do you know why polar bears don't eat penguins?
So I can't get the wrapper off.
Get the wrappers off. Right, so everybody outside the UK, a penguin is a little chocolate bar. Sorry.
So, I hope this isn't enough question, but do any cruise that usually do sea cruises also do river ones? Yes, they do. And are they recommended? Yes. Or is it best to stick to river cruise companies? A lot do. You've got Viking.
TUI, which is Morella.
Yeah. You've got
Saga have got a river cruise line, but Craig, you got about another 30 years before you can go on that because you're
Riviera.
So young and handsome.
Yes.
They said they wouldn't let you on with that fabulous hair, would they?
And the news that's out now at the moment is Celebrity, I think, of doing some river cruise ships. So yeah. Scott saying hello to your newest subscriber from Northern Saskatchewan during your vlogs. Well, thank you very much, Scott. Appreciate that.
A few people from Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
Is it very big, Saskatchewan?
I think so. Happy Thursday from Surprise, Arizona, Susan says.
Surprise.
Mark says I have to agree with you on Angel Light butterscotch flavor. Yeah, not a favorite of yours, is it? Mike's asking, is there any Thatchers left that Thatcher sent you? There is, isn't there? He's been very controlled.
I did already have some Thatchers in stock as well. So I've been sort of switching between just checking my store. Oh, I still got 8 bottles.
You still got 8 bottles.
Oh, that's very exciting.
Ag is asking, have you ever done a Viking cruise? If not, do you plan on doing one? We would love to do one, but we haven't found one that's at the right price yet because they are quite expensive. Kevin's asking, saying he can't wait to hear about the racing. So we'll be sharing that as well. And Kevin's asking, what's a banana hammock?
It's a hammock to put a banana in.
Well, there you are. Is it rude?
Of course it is. It's a little tiny pair of pants.
Oh, but budgie smugglers.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah. If you're overnight in Copenhagen, Tivoli is worth the admission alone to see it illuminated. We're there in the evening. So we go there sort of because we've got a late departure, aren't we? I can't remember what.
I don't think it's going to be late enough because obviously because it's in May, I don't know what time it gets
dark.
Hopefully
we'll start seeing it in the lights coming on.
Dan will tell us, but I think we leave there about 7, I believe.
Yeah, hopefully we'll start.
I think it's about 3 till 7 is the plan, I believe.
Chris Moran's just saying, did we do the Anne of Green Gables tour when you were in Prince Edward Island? No, we didn't. We got taken out by one of our subscribers.
Yeah.
So, so watch our video. That's out tomorrow. Sheila saying, Angel Delight, mixed 2 packets, 1 butterscotch, 1 banana. Totally gorgeous. Oh.
I'm thinking, open up the 2 packets, pour the contents in the bin, and have some nice Ben and Jerry's ice cream instead.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Craig's just saying, Carol didn't say question before asking her question about the group cruise.
Oh, I know.
Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
It's just like she owns the place.
Andy's here. Andy's in Australia, 4:30 a.m. My new hip's improving by the minute. Brilliant. We're glad you're recovering well. What does Paul think about Arsenal v Real Madrid?
How dare you, Andy? How dare you ask me to comment on Arsenal? That's despicable. They were pretty awesome to be. Real Madrid, I'm not playing down Arsenal's performance, but Real Madrid are not the team they was. But Arsenal were very impressive, and particularly Declan Rice, who you're referencing there, unless you got the wrong words to the Vanilla Ice song.
Yes.
Rice. But he scored 2 stunning free kicks last night.
Did he?
Yeah.
Claire's saying escape the Pina Colada.
Pina, that's it. I knew there was a word before it, and I couldn't remember what it was.
Kevin's just sharing. So if you want to know more about Cunard, there's our stuff there. We've got lots and lots. Oh, Manitoba's in Canada. Of course it is. Why did I think it was in the US? Did you know? No.
No, I thought it was a whale. But that's
Warren's
a manatee.
also saying, so thank you guys.
I'm sure it's a manatee I'm thinking of.
Pina Colada song. I thought it was Maggie Bendy. Bendy toy. Does that make any sense?
None at all, but it wasn't Barry.
So Elliot's asking us, is a location you've not been to yet that you'd like, or somewhere you'd like to revisit?
Yes, there is still some things on our list. Some are going to be crossed off early part of next year, which is New Zealand, Australia, and...
We've already done Australia once, but we haven't been to New Zealand, South Pacific. So we're really excited about that.
But we'd like to go to Hawaii. That's another one on our list.
That's another one on our list that we want to get under our belts.
And obviously Manitoba now. I'm interested in Manitoba.
I want to get back to Canada. Yeah. Canada, we've fallen in love with Canada when we did this cruise that we're vlogging about, or that's going public on our YouTube channel now. The itinerary was fantastic, and when we did our land tour from Calgary right through to Vancouver, so Canada's very high on our list to get back to. Gus Furins is saying Cruise Plum is a great search engine. Never heard of that, but thank you very much. Warren says he took his scouts canoeing in Winnipeg, Manitoba. There you are. Emma's saying, I haven't been on my first cruise yet, and I'm already planning my second. Any thoughts on Virgin Voyages? Oh, Virgin is very different. So Paul's not a fan. I hate
Virgin Voyages. I do. It's rubbish.
The
more I think of, I think if you just want to go on there, if you want, it depends how long you're going on there for. But both the ones we've done, all it's been is just a 4-day party, and
which was fun.
It was fun, but there's more to cruising than that. That's my personal opinion. I know Carol likes it. There's some strange food and there's some really good food.
Some strange entertainment, but some of it was very
some
good.
Of it's
the
good, but some of it,
to me, absolutely amazing.
It comes across to me, and I'm sorry if I upset anybody who's Virgin Voyages fans, but it comes across as me as somebody who's trying too hard to be liked. That's how Virgin comes across as me. They're just trying to be different for different sake, and they're desperate to be loved. And there's so many, in my humble opinion, cruise lines out there which I prefer over Virgin, but what they do is certainly different.
Yeah, and it's fun, so try it. Try it. I think it's with all these cruise lines, just because it wasn't particularly. I mean, I would definitely do a Virgin Voyage cruise again because there was elements that I really enjoyed. But Paul,
but looking at your little picture, you look substantially younger than us.
Yes,
so, but I just find it all a bit odd, to be honest.
So Sandra's here from a chilly Toronto. Nice to see live chat. I don't normally make it. Well, thank you for joining us. Tina says Igloo is my trigger word, like gratuity for Paul. Yeah, Tina had a really bad experience with Igloo.
Well, we did.
Yeah, we did.
They tucked us up for hundreds of pounds.
Yeah. So, but that's our experience. So we can only share that. Annie has just saying that Dan gave me a quote for Panama Canal end of year. Yeah, that's another thing I want to do, Panama Canal, because we haven't done that. Very helpful and prompt responses. Definitely will be working with him soon. Excellent. So Bridget is just saying, Bridget in Las Vegas. Well, I just proved I don't know music. Thought Billy Joe did like the song, but didn't remember the singer. Nick's just saying, having booked cruises online with Igloo and mainly through two, we've booked 3 never down. This is the way forward. Customer service is second to none. Nothing seems to be an issue. Yeah, exactly that.
Wise words.
Max is here saying, I'm sorry I'm late in joining tonight. Been attacking the garden and giving the grass its first cut in this lovely sunny weather. We're doing some more tomorrow, aren't we, Paulie?
Yes, apparently.
Paulie's been getting to get all your tools out, aren't you? You are. Boys and their toys.
My tool regalia is not very impressive, I have to say. It's mainly just hammers, hitting items is what I'm good at. Hammers and chisels.
You've got a hedge cutter. You've got a big cleaner for the table. You've got a strimmer. You've got lots of toys.
Well, I stand corrected.
So I'm on it. Hope I don't fall asleep before you finish. Well, don't worry if you do. Gavin's just saying about many group cruise plans for 2027. Hopefully you heard our discussion earlier. We are definitely planning on doing one, but we don't know what yet. But we will be doing, if Sky is a success, which I think it should be. It's going to be certainly so much fun. Let's have a look. Andy's asking, have we ever cruised to Iceland? No, we haven't. So sorry, can't help you with that. But that is on our to-do list, isn't it, Paulie?
But we have shopped at Iceland.
We have.
And you can get some very cheap pizzas in there.
Mazza's just saying about Google Drive. Google Drive, I've got Google Drive, but it wouldn't have enough space. And then you have to pay for space on Google Drive. So that wouldn't actually work for us. But thank you so much for bringing it up. Bridget is saying, is Paulie Panna going to get a Paulie Spears outfit? I would have to spring for that.
Oh.
Britney Spears. Nick saying Facebook page for the group cruise might be easy. We've got the group. So actually, yes, that's a good point. We've got the group, haven't we, in Facebook, where people could share. But not everyone's on Facebook. That's the problem, isn't it? But yes, but that is a good idea. So that we can get people to share it there.
Ask you, like Carol said, please don't put here 732 pictures I took on the group cruise.
Say that again. Sorry, I was reading.
I said, as Carol said at the beginning, please don't put here 732
No, we just want your best photos and best video snippets. Laura said maybe do Dropbox. Yes, I've heard of Dropbox. Not sure it's fully free. So for the photos and video footage, the group cruise, thank you. And Emma's just saying there's an app used weddings where guests can upload their photos. Might be an idea. Yes, because we did that with Kate, didn't we?
I did.
With Deb.
Oh, okay. Photo
app. So Daniel, so Sheila's saying advice for don't book cabin E302. Very noisy structure if sea is rough. I had to beg to move cabins. Ooh. Deirdre. Daniel saying watch on both YouTube and Facebook as I pack for our first ambassador cruise tomorrow. We'll have a fabulous time.
How did you get Deirdre?
I don't know. AGB's just catching up, so thank you so much. Emma saying Photo Circle is the app I was thinking about, so wrote Photo Circle down. And Ken's confirming there's no pear cider from Thatcher's, Paulie.
I didn't think there was.
Penny's saying I'll be on QM2 Transatlantic this month. I found your QM2 videos and shelter balcony cabin tour so extremely helpful, exciting. Thanks for sharing. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
They've had lots of views, haven't they? Our Cunard stuff gets a lot of views. So Jax is saying, even if you can set up a shared album with photos, you have an Apple iPhone, you just have to send out an invitation for you to be able to upload videos to that album. Okay. You've got iPhone, I've got Android. Gus is asking, have we ever cruised with Crozzy? No, we have not. And Danielle is saying Saskatchewan's a big province. Fabulous memories from my days in Rabbit Lake whilst visiting pen friends and family over the years.
Oh, pen friends. Do they still do that?
Pen friends.
I never had a pen friend, but I just wonder if that's still a thing.
Well, I guess they'd have it wouldn't be a pen. They call it a pen friend because you were writing letters to each other. Now it might be an email friend.
I know.
I know, but it wouldn't be called that, would it?
No, but I just wondered if it's still a thing. It's still an institution.
Don't know. Corinne said we're there from 9 to we leave at 9
actually
PM.
in Copenhagen,
Yeah.
but it's just the time
The
that
times
we're
of the Tivoli.
at Tivoli.
So and saying it'll still probably be daylight. Yeah, shame. Jamie said we'll be on your group cruise, but poor chance. Can't wait for our second cruise on Sky Princess with our 3-year-old. Yeah, Sky Princess, beautiful ship, isn't it? Beautiful, beautiful ship. Let's have a look because I'm aware that Paul wants to get off to watch the football. More football tonight. Sean's just printed off his label, so well done there.
It's getting real.
My tool regalia isn't impressive. That's what you said, Paul.
I know, it's not.
James said, would you recommend the specialty diner on Sky? Is it worth the extra charge?
We weren't big fans of, what's it called? The Italiano.
Yeah, it'll come to me in a minute. But Crown Grill
was right up
Sabatini's.
There. Sabatini's. We weren't a big fan of Sabatini's. Whether we hit it on an off night, because we know loads of people that love Sabatini's, but we must have hit it on an off night because it was very underwhelming. But I have to say, Crown Grill, or if whatever it's called, I'm sure it is Crown Grill, when we went there, was one of our best specialty dining experiences. It was really, really good. I went there with my son and his girlfriend, and we had a fabulous time.
So Siobhan saying we're going on Discovery 2 in 2 weeks' time. What's your favourite things about Morello and favourite Morello cocktail? Miami Vice is a very favourite cocktail, but they only had it on the Premier package, and we had the standard. And what we would do is we would order one pina colada and one strawberry daiquiri, and then we'd ask for an empty glass. We would make our own.
Mix them together.
How sad is that?
And that's what you got.
So let's. It's telling me to just plug my battery in. Thanks for that. So my laptop nearly went flat then. So let's have a look if there's any other questions that we've got here. Can you add a page to your website to upload pages? Not like a gallery. Don't know.
Yeah, because we don't want to be giving people access to our website. If there was like a dedicated page, but we don't want people running them up through our website. But we'd have to look into that.
The Catch by Rudy is awesome on Sky Princess. It wasn't on there when we were on there, but yes, we've done Catch by Rudy on Holland America, and it was superb.
It was fabulous.
It was superb.
I'm not a big fishy person, but I have to say that was amazing on Holland America. That Rudy's,
yeah. So people talking about Thatcher's and Danielle's just saying, if you return to Calgary, make sure you're there for the Calgary Stampede. Yeah, we've heard it's a lot of fun. But I think we need to sign off now, Paulie, because you want to go and watch the football. So thanks again for joining us for our Thursday night slot. We will let you know next week if it's it did.
I thought it wouldn't
we'll let you know next week. It could be Tuesday, our live next week, because our friends, it depends on what time they're arriving.
It'd be Thursday because I'm watching the football, so it'd be Thursday.
But we're meeting.
Well, you'll have to wait, won't you? You'll have to wait outside until it's finished.
Okay, well, anyway.
It'd be Tuesday or Thursday. Do you think I'm in control of this? Of course not. Tuesday or Thursday.
Oh, dear. Anyway, but thank you for watching on YouTube. Thank you for all those that have joined us from Facebook. I'm glad it's going through there. So, brilliant. Anything to add, Paulie Morgan?
Nothing at all. Look at that, though. There's like 3,000 people watching on
Facebook. No, it's not. Anyway, thanks so much, and we will chat with you again next week.
Bye-bye. I'll have to wave that hand because it's in the middle.